Yesterday I was doing some tapping, and tapping is called it's EFT. It's an emotional freedom technique, and it's where you tap in certain points in your body as you like speak. You kind of just express what thoughts come up, and there's also like EFT practitioners that guide you through these points and through like the things that you're feeling. And my wife helped me guide through that, guide through the points and to what I was thinking and feeling. And I found out something very interesting that um, I kind of had been living a life of isolation. And as a kid, for when my parents split up, I learned not to like speak about problems because when they split up, no one told me why, or they just kind of kept it in the dark, and just kind of like life continued, right? And I was just trying to figure out what happened, and like without any information, and that kind of created this personality of like someone that can't even like tell people like what they're feeling, or like even like what they're wanting to do with their life, or like just become a person that's very reserved, um, and not reserved in a good way. It's just like kind of it's just obscure, someone that's like secretive in a way, and it's not good. That's not who I want to be, right? I want to build healthier connections, and I want to be part of community, and that requires to open up and tell people like what you're doing, and like uh, what are you pursuing, and like what you're going through in your life, and yeah, share that space. And I haven't been doing that, so EFT tapping really helped me see that. And yeah, it's a great technique, honestly. It almost feels like imagine like there was like just doors, infinite of doors, and like every door is like a barrier of like your mind, and like and every door that you open, you're kind of getting closer to like figuring out why you think a certain way, and how you have identified yourself to these thoughts, like how um, it has become you, these specific thoughts. And for me, it was really helpful to become aware that I have been isolating myself, and that I can't continue this way, because that's what growth is, right? All this, like all this reading and all this uh, growth conversation doesn't really mean anything if my life isn't changing. So to change that, I'm going to start becoming the opposite of someone that's highly reserved and like doesn't express himself and kind of hides. So, and a part of that is creating these videos, which is perfect because this is the opposite of that. I'm sharing how my thoughts and my feelings. So, but to kind of just uh, move that forward, I'm like just learn. I'm just gonna start expressing myself, not in a weird way where I like just overly expressing myself and there's no boundaries, but just find a way to just do it in a healthier way with the right people. Um, so yeah, EFT, that really helped me, and I don't know who created it, but it does help. So if you guys um, need some help with that, like if you, like when what got me into tapping yesterday was because I was feeling like like, why am I in the situation that I am? And I don't know why. Like, why am I manifesting certain things in my life? And I'm just consciously can't get there. Like, I'm not aware of why I'm experiencing these things in my life currently. And tapping just kind of helped me find that. Like, kind of helped me get into this unconscious mind that uh, that kind of is harder to get into because there's so many things going on in there, right? There's so many blocks, so much sometimes pain, and like even like this sense of like pride, even like sometimes like it's this idea of being comfortable, and like our mind doesn't want to just think about these things, and it doesn't just wants to keep us safe, and it doesn't want us to feel pain or feel hurt. So it creates all these doors and like walls to like to figure out the real problem, right? So yeah, I hope me sharing this helps other people. You know, it's I know it's not hard. It's I know it's hard to going through a tough time and not knowing like why is this happening. And ultimately, like, I'm a firm believer that like we create our life, good and bad, and we are responsible of our lives, like especially as adults. Like, we can't like blame others for our lives, um, to some extent. And there's always some responsibility we could take. I know there's things like war and sometimes politics could like really affect our lives that we can't control. Some things we just can't, but like there's some responsibility that we always need to have with our lives to move forward. So I'm a firm believer of that. Yeah. So thank you for watching this video.